Hey guys, what's up? Seeker Outdoors here today. Today we'll be going through my 10-acre piece, all the habitat improvements I've done to better for bow hunting and gun hunting. I'll show you some of my plantings, some things we have in mind for the future, and just access points and bedding. Here I've cut out my main access. This is heavily used. Leads out to the neighbor's field edge. We own a little bit of field, but there's a fresh rub there. The sap's still dripping off the tree. Look at that. I'll lead you out to the field real quick. So this whole edge here, we planted in switchgrass last year. It mostly came up with foxtail, but you can see here, they scrape along the edge. Another scrape over here. And it's usually corn on the neighbor, so switch would provide a good screen for us to get into our property. So yeah. So here's the end of the field. This brings out one of my favorite hunting spots and camera locations. The field quarter enters our woods, and here we have a perfect spot for a mock grapevine. Every buck that's been on this property, every big buck has been right here, and they're still hitting it to this day. At least the does are now, but yeah, I got a camera right there, and then we got a stand right over there in that tree. So boom, perfect spot coming off the corner right here. They can go this way, they can go this way. They come from the field edge or down that field edge, but yeah, it's just a pinch point right here, especially when your land is flat. You want to hang some of these vines to get a good kill shot. So I'll show you where we're at. We have access from the southeast going straight west along the switchgrass. Now we'll make our way north along the little dotted trail. So we just took the logging trail out to my food plot, and we had the loggers come through about 5 years ago and clear cut this ridge. It's so thick in there. There's rabbits and deer, buck beds. I even found some turkey eggs the other day while I was shed hunting, and yeah, so that's part of my bedding right there. And we're kind of going down a downhill slope here. Part of my other bedding, my new bedding, is going to be right back in that corner. It's pretty close to the road. I'll head over there in a second. Here we kind of have a side ridge top. You can see how the slope goes downhill, and a lot of times during the rut, the bucks will like to cut the side hill. They'll just go straight along the wood line or 10 feet in the woods, just bypass the food plot and keep on going. So we have a ladder stand right here. It can shoot to that corner that I just walked out on, and then it'll be able to shoot to the new bedding over here. So here I just had my grandpa come through and till this all up. It's the back corner. You see that opening right there in the popples? That's the road. So I wanted to screen this off from the road and for my deer stand to get more bedding. My stump's right over there, and that ladder stand up on the hill is right there. But then once he comes through and kind of rakes it under, uses his tiller flat, I'll put some popples and cedars and kind of disperse them in here, kind of break it up a little bit. Our land here is mostly a pine tree plantation, as you can see, so I like to diversify it a little bit, add some more bedding. It's pretty open under the pines, so yeah. I tried planting a few trees last year, but it was just so dry as it is right now that they just didn't take. Over here I bought a red osier dogwood bush, but I don't think it's wet enough here for it, but we'll see if it comes. And then here's some more of my bedding. In there about 30 feet, all hinge cuts. I'll take you right back there in a sec. Here's some feather cuts. I'll pull these trees back out to the field and cut some more when we get her finished here. And coming out of my back corner here of switchgrass planting, we go into the woods, and this is all alongside of the road. Here's all my hinge cuts. I did these in January and February. It was just pretty much open savanna under here. It was, I think they're mostly cherry, box elder, elm. But you can see not much is gonna really bed right here, but there's new growth coming already. You can see the green new growth. So I'm excited for what this becomes. So this is the edge of my top food plot here. There's that ladder stand up on the hill right there in the middle of the frame. And then we have corn on the outskirts, beans in the middle. and I'll take you up to my stand. So a lot of times what will happen is deer will follow this edge all the way down to my food plot here. And so when there's a crop on, he'll usually follow this edge. It's kind of a corner here. And they'll either split that way to another food plot or this way, but it doesn't matter. They're at 30 yards here, so. This then opens up to a cutty back. The deer or squirrels got into the antenna, but it still works. Got a solar on the back. And usually if they're running, you'll see this trail right here. They'll go right through there. There's a vine hung on this pine branch. There's been deer already coming to it. My dad hung a separate vine, just this little guy. I don't know if that helps or not, but we'll see. And the big thing here is the pond. I hand dug this last year. The mud already caked up this year, so I had to dig a bunch of that out today. And now I'm here at the base of my stump stand. This is usually my rifle stand, but because of the improvements, I've made it a pretty good bow stand. And then up this side hill ridge here, you can see that's open. I just cut that. The box elders, they grow back so thick. My last bow buck I shot was actually halfway up this woods. He was cruising the side hill ridge, and right in there, I stopped and shot him. Nice 9-pointer, probably Pope and Young, but I'll take you on that's the north there. I'll take you to the east side. One thing I like doing when looking at a spot that I'm working on or just scouting is looking at it at a 3D point of view. Here you can see it's kind of like pinch point, low area between two ridges. So here's my stump stand, here's my pond. It's a straight south up that side hill ridge I walked in on with the vine in the corner. And this is my newest rendition right here. I just planted 4 apple trees. I had planted 2 last year. And then today I went and bought some tubes and some mulch, and I put some mud and water from my pond on them. I got all this pecker wrap caging. It's about 3.5 feet tall, right at my hip. And yeah, that's it for my habitat tour today. Got a little food plot here you can see by the stand too. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, hope you have a good day.